My name is Sylwester Bialowas, and I work at the Polşalı University of Economics and Business. And at the university, I deal with statistics and marketing research. So in the marketing research, I deal usually with this quantitative part, because I'm more or less statistician. I have also some professional experience. I've worked many years at the company preparing strategy for big clients, big international clients in Europe, like Henkel, Citroën, Nestle. So usually in the field of acquiring data, analyzing them, and preparing the reports for the strategies. So my experience is both educational, like teaching students of marketing research, and of course the professional one as well. About today's lecture, we have only a very limited time, so I will not even try to give you the whole topic of what the marketing research is and how you can conduct the marketing research. But just in this limited time, I would like to give you some idea what is this and what is it for. And at least I will tell you about the main trends in the current marketing research, and about maybe some of qualitative research, some of quantitative research. So if I divide every topic and give it for 15 minutes, it should be more or less okay. You are a small group, so we will benefit from it, I guess. Let's try to do it this way. I have prepared the lecture, but I would like to encourage you to stop my lecture, ask me the questions, tell me if you agree, if you disagree, if you have some other ideas. You can discuss it. Discussing is always better because we can exchange some experience, some thoughts, and we can learn from each other. And I think that your level of engagement is much better if you ask questions than just listening to one person. And listening to someone for 1 hour may be boring. But if you ask questions, it will be less boring, I guess. Okay. So about the marketing. Oh, maybe just to introduce, I told you about my name and about my university. My university is a little bit smaller than yours. We have 11,000 students. We teach only economics and business. And my city, do you know Poznań? Yes. Yeah, it's great. I'm impressed. Not your knowledge. Usually people, when I go abroad, usually people know only the capital city of Poland. So my city is more or less halfway between Warsaw and Berlin, so we benefit from the close proximity of both capital cities. Okay, so feel invited to come one day to Poznań. It's a nice city. I'm sure you will like it. Okay, first thing is thing to discuss. Do we need the marketing research at all in business? Let's talk about business, not about the scientific research, because it's a completely different area. We have research for science, but for business, you are business students, so let's talk the business matter. Why we need the marketing research? Who needs it? Who needs it?
Companies who want to sell their product or services to the market.
Yes, that's true. So managers wanting selling products and services on the market, but why they need the marketing research? What they do with this?
To get
more information about the market and its environment, for example, about the customers, about the competitors, in order to be more sustainable.
To understand what the market needs.
Yeah. So please try to give me. Please imagine one example of the situation where someone needs to conduct the marketing research. What can be the situation?
When they're launching a new product, maybe.
And so, okay, launching new product.
Generally, when they're entering you step there, you have to know whether you will fall or you will stay.
Yes. So we have a decision to make, and we have kind of risk.
Yes. Taking the risk.
And every decision in professional life, so I mean business, and in private life, every decision is connected with risk. The risk is sometimes big, sometimes small. And in business, we try usually to measure the risk in terms of money. So the wrong decision is loss of money, right decision maybe some gain. So the difference between losing money, gaining money is, can be measured in terms of money in business. So if we can pay for reducing the risk, so that we can make a better decision. At the moment of taking decision, we don't know which is correct. Yeah, maybe A, maybe B, and we can make a list. It's like a wish list. What should we know to take a better decision, right decision? For sometimes, okay, if I would know what would happen if A and what would happen if B, I could decide better. So how many people would buy a product on this price, or if this channel is better for us, or things like that. So if we have such a wish list of the, we can check the list. What can we obtain conducting the market research? And of course, some of the points will be like only wishes. We are not able to acquire all the information. But some of the points, yes, we can tick that we can conduct the marketing research and get all the needed information for some points. And then we can think, is it worth to pay money to get this information to reduce our risk? Because sometimes it's not worth to do it. Sometimes people think, hey, marketing research is like cure for everything. It's not true. We have to measure the money spent on marketing research and the information gained. Very often, it's this way. It's okay to do it, but sometimes not. Sometimes the risk in terms of money is like, let's say, 50,000 euro, and the cost of the marketing research is, let's say, 40,000 euro. So it's better to flip the coin than to make a marketing research, and the money is almost the same. So better not to do it. So measure the risk and thinking about the marketing research in terms of investing money or adjusting cost is better, because we can compare the two values and we know if it's worth or not. So every time before the marketing research, we should think about money in business, because it's still the business.
Yeah.
We do marketing research for avoiding the loss or for gaining more money. That's the thing. It's not for our curiosity. Yeah. So sometimes, okay, it would be very nice to know if people like this, or if people will spend some money if we will do it in blue color. Yeah, but it's only curiosity. If the information can be used in terms of making more money, so it's okay to do it. If just for curiosity, better skip it. Okay, so marketing research is for business, and this is the part of the business. It's always connected with money, and we should measure the risk, if possible, in terms of money, and we should think about the marketing research in terms of money as well. How much does it cost, and how much time do we spend? Because it's another thing, the time. Very often in business, we need to take the decision very quick. We just need like for the next day, next week probably. And the marketing research, usually if we use the primary sources, if we conduct our own marketing research, it can take like 2 months, 3 months. So our results to take the decision will be after 3 months. Usually, very often it is, everyone forgets what was the such a long time. So sometimes you just can't, it's no use to make market research because the results will be late. Yes, so the marketing research has the other phase. So talking about the marketing research until now, we were thinking about the primary sources of conducting our own market research. We have questions, we want to answer this problem, and we conduct our own marketing research to get the information to reduce the risk of the decision. But sometimes, and it's more often, it's more popular, the marketing research is just analyzing the data acquired by someone else. So, and we call it desk research or research from secondary data. And so this research, I think, is more common. So we'll talk about the desk research. And this should be our first thought, our first idea about the research. If we have a problem to solve, if we want to know anything, if we have this wish list from the previous point, the first thought should be, okay, how can we acquire all the information by the desk research, not preparing our own marketing research? And there is the answer. We have national statistics, we have the government offices for different branches collecting data, and usually this data are free. And we have, of course, the data and the reports from the commercial companies collecting the data and selling the information. I don't know what companies are operating in Azerbaijan, but in the world we have very famous companies focusing on collecting data, like for example Nielsen Research, collecting the data from in many countries, more than 100 countries in the world, collecting the data from shops and giving the exact information about what is selling, what are the prices, how many products are on the shelf, and what are the grammatures of the products, and so on. And we can compare very exact information about us and the competitors. We have, for example, Millward Brown research called GGI, and or the media, okay, maybe better, the media research. We can get exact information, accurate information about who watched this commercial, what was the average age of those people, and more men or women, and so on. So we can get or if we decide to sell something to the women in the age of between 30 and 50, living in the big cities and having an average income above the certain level, we can get a very good information. What they watch, what type of magazines they read, what they do in their free time, and if they have pets or dogs or any pets and things like that. So we can get all the information, but just buying them from the companies like the Millward Brown. Okay, so the desk research. Desk research is the first idea for conducting the research, and we should always go first for the desk research because it's much cheaper and very often it's much more reliable than our own research.
I think it helps us to target our customers. Like, for example, after surveys, after some research, we know that which customers we will have. For example, it will be a woman or middle-aged or maybe older one. And then, because of the research, we can know that actually how we can put our products in front of them. For example, if it's women, we can put it in some TV series, during TV series or during some journals, magazine journals. But if they are, for example, boys, mainly, for example, we are promoting the Gillette, so we will put our promo in during, for example, football match and so on. So
it's exactly working with the media content, with the research of media. So we know who every single program is targeting the segments. Yeah? And from the research, we exactly know that the TV is not for entertaining people. TV is for selling products, for selling advertisements. So the TV buys content, the good movie or the good sport, only for selling advertising. Yeah? And they know the feedback to know, okay, who is watching matches, who is watching movies, who is watching TV series, yeah? To sell advertisements to the companies. Yeah? And if they know how many people or what kind of people watch this series, movie, match or anything, they can sell it better. Yeah? They can earn better money. So TV doesn't do it for entertaining us, but for selling, for making money. It's a business like other businesses, of course. Okay. That was about the secondary data. So we know more or less who needs marketing research. And I would like to tell you some more about the trends in marketing research. Because marketing research started when people discovered that we don't have to ask everyone to get the good information about the whole society. We just need to ask a sample, a good sample. And it was something like the breakthrough. Okay, we can get information about the whole society and we can spend relatively small money just asking the sample. So it was like 100 years ago and it was like a big start for marketing research. So some kind of revolution. The second one was connected with the phone lines when they got widespread, especially in the United States. It turned out that we can acquire information from the clients, from the customers, relatively cheap and fast. So it was like the second revolution. The internet didn't bring such a revolution. We expected that it will change everything. It didn't at the moment. Maybe someday it will change, but just questioning people through the internet, still we have a lot of problems, especially with sampling, but with many other issues as well. But there is something else. We have a big revolution right now in marketing research, and it's happening right now. This is switching the marketing research from questioning people, from asking people and taking their time, because people started disagree taking their time. So they don't want to be asked and spend their time answering questions. Everyone has a private life and needs time for and people started counting their time, because time is more and more valuable. So the marketing research is following this trend, and companies are looking for all the ways to get the information about the clients, not taking their attention, not taking their time. And this is connected with new technologies, usually, and this is observation. Observation is known for many years, but now the observation is starting to be extremely popular. And I guess that soon the observation techniques will be like 90% of the marketing research. Sometimes we have to ask people, because we cannot get all the information just by observing them. But I guess that the marketing research is switching to observation. What kind of observation? Starting from the very simple, like imagine every shopping mall selling the areas for the shops, they're running profit. They rent the area for different shops. Yeah? The more people they have, the more expensive they can sell the area in the mall shop. So, but how we know how many people come? What is the popularity of the mall shop? At every door, at every single door, we have a simple counter counting how many people enter the shopping mall. At every single hour, every single minute, we have a very exact report on people entering. So it's a base for knowing how popular is the shopping mall. It's the simplest one. The counters are for many, many years. But we have more sophisticated observations. We have the observations if people just passing through the corridor, if they watch the advertisement. If we have a camera, and the camera is able to watch our eyes, and it can detect if we have watched this advertisement. We have the media research. We can measure cars passing by the university. Cars passing by the university at very different things. So observation is starting to be the most important sources of the information. Not even mentioning the internet, because you are aware that every single step in the internet is recorded and someone can analyze it. And we have such a big amount of data from the internet, and the business is more and more switching to the internet, that it's even more easy to observe. So we can observe the customers on a server side, and if they allow, and usually they do, we can observe them also on the customer side as well. They allow to make some research on what they do, how they behave, and so on.
And about online marketing, I have one question.
Yes.
Sometimes, for example, we want to watch some films and we just enter the link, and before the film open, there is a lot of pop-ups, maybe like just reclams in here, or maybe even in photo editing programs. Like before trying to save it, they're just putting some videos for 5 seconds, and then you can skip it. So how to fight with them, or is it right to do like this, or?
Yes, because you agreed to do it. It depends on the license you have. For if you use a free license for using the programs, and most of the programs we use are free, you have the terms and conditions, and it's some kind of payment for it. So you agree to install it on your computer, or you agree to use the website, but the term is that you allow to show you the advertisement.
It's like TV channels, they are selling the advertisement.
Yes.
The websites are doing the same.
Yes, exactly. And yeah?
I have a question about the market research. Let's say that a big supermarket chain wants to open a store or market in Azerbaijan, let's say, a Poland capital in Azerbaijan, let's say, and then they need a market research about some other supermarkets, their products, their prices in the market right now. And how do they reach them? Are they going one by one to the stores and looking
First,
at the
just think in terms of business. How would you do it? What would you know to open the new chain supermarket? First, you have to observe what chains are on the market and how they do. So what can you do? You can ask your people to go and count the people entering every shop in the chain on every single day of the week to make a report how many people go there. You can make a report just observing how much they pay for average basket. Of course, you can buy this information for someone if it's available, but if not, you can just make your workers as average clients, and they will observe the average baskets, and they will report like every day 100, 500 average baskets from the shop. So at the end of the week, you will know how many people go, what is the average basket they buy. Yeah? If you want to be more detailed, you can even report, you can ask for what they buy, but it's more tricky. But at least if you know that it's like 1 million people going to the shops of this chain every week, and the average basket is like, let's say, 15 bananas. Yeah? So you know that, okay, it's 15 millions of turnover, and then you know, okay, if you are a businessman in this area, you know what are the costs, you know the turnover from your research, so you more or less know if it's a good business or not. But it's the first step of the information, yeah? Collecting information from the observation. The other one is still the risk. Okay, it's a good market. Even if I have my own chain and I will go to the cities there, the other is not existing, I will do the same. Or even if I go to the same cities, there is still potential. You can calculate it. But still, is the other risk that this one chain can be, people may like it very much, and your is unknown to them if they go to your chain or not. And so you need some more research. What people think, what is the idea of the brands in their minds, and you have to know if they are ready to go to your supermarket. And if yes, what are the conditions? If they are looking for a better service, better prices, for a better opportunity to park their car, more convenient way, or anything else, or more variety of products. Yeah, so you have to conduct your own research among the clients. Among the typical clients, you can do it in a, we will talk about the qualitative and quantitative way. And if you get all this information, you are much closer to take a decision. You can say, no, it's like nothing for me, I have no chance on this market. Or you see, okay, the data are quite good, we can do for it. It's only just the two basic research you can do. And you can think about more and more. Yeah? Not even talking about buying the data from the reports, because for many branches, we don't need to ask people to observe about the turnover and things like that. Some companies just report it. They need to report it. If they are on the, for example, on the London Stock Exchange, they have to report it every year to what are the turnovers and things like that. They report why we are successful, because they want people to show, okay, we're a successful company, please buy our stocks. Yeah? And there is a compensatory report on this. So it's another source of information. But of course, they don't report everything, so the marketing research on just in the field is a good idea. Okay, that's what you asked.